How we doing, everyone? This hunt's the opening day hunt of gun season here in Onondaga County in central New York. It was a successful hunt, but the story that I'm going to tell with it is, you know, believing in yourself, trusting your instincts. Because if I would have trusted my instincts, I would probably have killed him during archery, or another one of the 3 shooters that were on my property, which is right over there. It's only 27 acres, but it funnels the deer down off this back hill going down into this swamp, which then they run this creek bottom north and south towards Tisco Lake. It was that way. So it's I don't actually get the shot on film because I had my boy with me and I was super excited. I ended up turning the camera off. I should have gave it to him, but I had to get the deer down, so that was what was important. But it's going to be a little longer video because I'm going to have to show some pictures and tell a story with it, so stay tuned. Alright, well, I believe this hunt was going to be, I was going to go up there to my hang-on stand that I hung this spring, me and a buddy, and on the flat up here on my property. It was going to be, I believe it was October 29th I was going to go up there, and I'm going to the local tavern bar here, and at a Halloween party, and me and the missus and some friends had a little too much to drink, and I slept in, and a nice buck come by my stand about 8:30 in the morning. Here's a picture of him. But if I would have just, you know, if I followed my first instinct, I would have been all set. But I went up there, sat from 9 o'clock until dark, and I saw one fawn. So that was that day. Well, and then fast forward a couple weeks here, and it was probably only about a week. It was the next Saturday. I was planning on going up to my hang-on where that buck went by last week when I overslept. And the wind wasn't quite right for it. It was south wind. I prefer that stand with a north wind, but that stand you can hunt. They come from either way. Well, last second that next morning, I decided to go down here in the swamp on this creek bottom where I killed a 8-point a couple years back. They run that creek checking the bedding areas for does, so I changed my mind last second in the morning, and I decided to go down to the swamp stand down there. Well, about, I think it was 9, a little after 9, my camera had went off. All morning it was going off because there was a 4-point laying in the ground scrape. Well, at 9 in the morning, one of the 10 points that I was after, 9-point, whatever you want to call them, walked right in front of my tree stand just like the buck did a week prior, when I should have been there. So the moral of this story is that, you know, follow your first instinct, believe in yourself, because if your gut's usually right. And that was twice now that I figured my season was over. My chance of killing a nice buck was all over. Alright, now we're at opening morning. I got a picture on my camera a couple days here ago of a nice buck coming down the hill. I don't think I had seen him yet on camera. Well, he showed up the night before right in front of my hang-on. Of course, it was 11 at night. I joked around with some of my buddies that, oh man, good sign. And they're like, oh yeah, he's gonna be long gone by now. And I said, yeah, you're probably right. Well, it's October 19th. Got all the boys. We're gonna go shoot some deers. It's like Christmas. Me and Colin are going, and Robert and Antonio are gonna go on my property up in Onondaga County, and Miles is gonna go down to our buddy's farm down in Cortland County. So rifle country, we got 4 or 5 guns. Hopefully we could put some of these nice bucks down we got, because our archery season wasn't that good. See you, Colin. About 8 o'clock, 7:30 open in the morning, me and my son Colin were sitting in the stand, and his 2 does come up, and I was going to have him shoot one of the does, but they're kind of far with the muzzle loader, so I said, you're going to hold off on that shot, son. We'll wait. It's open day gun season. See what comes by. Well, about an hour later, I caught some movement up there. Saw them does moving around. Well, my son goes, I think there's another deer in there. I go, are you sure? And he goes, yeah, I think it's a buck. I'm sitting there thinking, scratching my head. I'm like, man, if he can see antlers that far away, it's probably a pretty good buck. So, as you can see, I put the camera up. The doe comes out of the bedding area. Well, I seen the next deer, and I dropped the camera and should have handed it to my son, which I didn't, but anyways. I put the binos on it, and I seen that it was a pretty nice buck. And I had the archery season I was shooting it. I had my open sights, my 12 gauge. My son had the muzzle loader, but he's not that good a shot, and there wasn't a gun rest on there yet. It's my fault. I need to practice with both my boys more this summer, which we're gonna do. But I pulled up on that deer and had a standing shot, and long story short, I missed the first 3 times, but he kept running and stopping because the doe didn't go far, because they didn't know where I was, because I was far enough away that they couldn't figure it out. Well, on the 4th shot, I blew the bottom of his heart off. He ran 30 yards and dropped. Well, I never seen him drop. My buddy Robert and my other son were up above us, and they saw the whole thing go down. So I snuck up there and to where I thought he was laying, and he ended up being laying there, and they come running down the hill, and we all were celebrating because he was one of the biggest deer I've killed, and both my boys got to see it, and one of my good buddies. So it was an awesome hunt. He's at the taxidermist now because he's going in my living room with my 2 other big boys, and it's a lot of good memories with this hunt. But hope you all learned something. Follow your first instinct, believe in yourself, and happy hunting. Thanks for watching.
If he wants to go.
Don't go around, don't split the tree. A little heavier than that doe you guys were dragging last time, huh?
Yeah. He's gonna break his back.
Oh, it'll be fine. Johnny's gonna run you over. Run with him. Oh, that's great.